So let's talk FinTech Management Limited. First and foremost, before we jump into this, I need to give credit where credit is due. And I mentioned a lot of these great people that are here, but the projects who have been absolutely instrumental along the way, great people, Mike at TextRP, Eric at Mocha, just unbelievably helpful at the drop of a dime. Bill from Zoj, can't say enough about these people, but none more than our partner in business, officially announced tonight, is Buildex. So Matt joined us.
Oh, nice.
4 months ago, and actually Matt was the one, Buildex from XRPL. He is the one that made the connection for the very first time in history from an ERP to the XRPL ledger. So we'll be offering other things as well, but let me jump into this now. So you can see right over here, the first pillar. So FinTech Management Limited has a total of 5 pillars of revenue. All of these are connected to the FML token. So the token actual launch, we had our soft launch on December 14th, 2024. The official business launch 90 days later on Valentine's Day. So just in the token itself, as I said, even on the recording of when we launched, I said, we're only here to build integrity of what comes next. So that's what the foundation of the token was, right? What you see is what you get. We didn't want to do anything else. We didn't want to ask any more out of our community. We wanted them to maximize their dollar cost averaging, buy as much FML as they possibly could. And we were going to move forward and drop NFTs after we actually had lines of revenue coming in. So our rewards program will be coming from revenue, not from new investors or the community that's already invested. So the token, you can just see we're about safety and custody, just teaching the general basics. Part of our family-friendly approach is we are our own 24/7, 365 help desk. So anybody within the FML community can reach out to anybody on our founding team, or just go to our Discord or go to our Telegram and they type in help, and somebody from the team is going to reach out. It's not even an FML problem, but we're here to educate, teach people the safe way to custody, always teaching people, like, if you're going to make a change, make sure you have an extra set of eyeballs. Right, that's kind of from semiconductor and electrical, that if you try to do something on your own, it was a termination effect. But if you're going to do anything, shut something down with power or turn something on, it's called energize or de-energize. You always had to have an extra set of eyeballs, somebody actually standing there with you.
Yes, you do.
Right, and so the same thing in crypto. And so within FML, we've kind of built the culture before anybody does anything. It's not a requirement. It's just a suggestion. Reach out to somebody, and we've saved a lot of scams. And the reason that is because we've been scammed ourselves. And they're never going to stop. The easiest way to get to your crypto is to hack you. The moment you enter your seed phrase in, you're probably saying goodbye to most of your crypto. So you just keep in mind, before you make any big moves, always have an extra set of eyes of somebody you trust. Because you never know. I've been scammed. Other founding members have been scammed. It looked completely real and legitimate. I thought I was actually talking to a legitimate team because their website and everything looked so real. And I'm in the industry. I have to go through phishing exercises in corporate America all the time. So I'm trained to recognize that. So there's the safety and the custody. We're launching a broadcasting. This will be FML Garage. So we've got 4 people that will be doing shows all throughout the week. And that will be multicast, simulcast across multiple platforms. Everybody is ready and chomping at the bit. They're kind of waiting for me. But we're in the background building our content. We've got a lot of stuff in the can already. But once we launch, we know, like you, Melissa, you have to be consistent. It's the only way for success. And so we're waiting until everybody, is ready. So there's the broadcasting side of it. Again, that's a very similar approach to what you guys are doing. Don't want to do the the whole interview space. We can do that at some point, but you guys are so phenomenal at it. I would rather just have people who come to your show, and we're just going to give updates on general crypto. So it'll be kind of like a variety show of just a podcast, really talking about the FML ecosystem and crypto as a whole, focused specifically or almost exclusively on the XRPL.
Nice.
So music and entertainment, again, family friendly. We all have seen the available artists, and the talent is just off the charts. And so we just committed to everybody that comes in that everything will be good enough for, my twins were 5 at the time when we started, that it would be all 5-year-old safe. So from our music to our videos, everything is family friendly, the way that we and our children would be okay. They know Kendall has 33 plus, over 40 songs now. And the twins know them almost all entirely by heart. They request the playlist. We've got lots of family members where we get reports of people talking about our mom saying that they wanted to put on a specific song and the child requested a specific FML song. So really good stuff like that. Again, just building the community, right? For what comes next, we win. So we want to be able to have this ready for the future, because we know right now most people aren't in crypto. Even more few are in the XRPL, right? And then you get even more niche when you start getting into the collectibles and the meme coins. So we've got music, video, animation, static artwork. We've got basically modeled after the Nike marketing department is how we've approached our marketing, from billboards to video presentations. All of this is homegrown in-house, to some of the best artwork that I've ever seen, just coming out to advertise for the token. And again, all of it just shows to future businesses that we know what we're doing in big business. That if we know how to do all of these other functions outside of just launching a token, then maybe we will earn their respect and their trust as we offer these other services. So merchandise, we've got US-based corporation. We've got UK-based through Dom and Merch. Can't say enough good things about those guys.
Nice.
Rock stars, right? Again, if you don't know about them, you need to go check it out. Not necessarily for FML merch, but I'm partial to it. It's great. But ultimately, that's another small sporadic revenue stream that we believe over time will grow. So our social media will go out to all platforms. We will be doing live spaces on X. We'll be doing live weekly shows on YouTube and Twitch and Kick. And then the last thing for the token is FERP. Now, that's a loyalty program that's part of something that's unique, and it ties back into the developers not getting credit. So anybody who builds anything for FML will always have their name on the product. And as long as their wallet is active, they will be getting residuals on every single transaction for whatever they build. So they'll get the name recognition. They'll also get a payout that's transferable generation after generation, as long as our company's still in business and that wallet is still live. Nice. So that's something that we want to give back. It's a royalty program because we believe that those who build it, just like those who are content creators, artists, or whatever, they should get the royalties. Right? Yeah. So that's the token. Now, moving over into the second one, which we went live on the 28th, and I can actually play a video of that moment where we went live. We recorded it, and that's where we actually took our ERP. It's called Odoo. It's open source, open core. This month, we will be a licensed enterprise partner, which means, hi, Toby. Which means
awesome. I love the little avatar deal.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey.
Hey, you raise them right, they don't fall from the tree. So greatest joy in my life is that he loves the Lord, and he talks to me more about FML than anything else. So awesome. I guess that's a win, right?
Yes, a win for the wins.
That's right. So being open source and open core, we know that's decentralized power. But what it also does is it gives us the ability to tailor specifically to the need of the client. So I'll jump into this a little bit more and show you the actual transaction happen live. But what this actually offers, what we're starting with, is the back-end SaaS, which is software as a solution. Basically, you come to us and we will set up the back end of your business, from payroll to HR to all of your contacts to all of your inventory. If you're in the restaurant industry, we'll get your entire menu, everything moved over to where you can use our point of sale for both fiat, credit cards, and everything already done, already built in, already live, and crypto. So if you want to use your XRPL wallet to make your transaction happen, that will come with additional discounts for anybody that's in this ecosystem. So because we would be eliminating the fees to the business because this transaction is done in crypto, that savings will be passed on to the customer or the vendors or whoever it may be. Yeah, go ahead, Simon. You're muted.
I know. Did you see me freak out? I'm like, oh, dang it. Stupid icon. To the accounting part that you're speaking to, can you build into the back end to where, let's say there's, say, multiple or a few of partners or entities that come together to offer a service, but once payment comes through, that payment needs to be split up appropriately. Is that something you can handle on the back end? So when client pays for service, funds are distributed immediately to appropriated properly to the respective entities, thus that would be collectively providing said service for the client?
So there's a lot of flexibility that we can do. I can tell you right now, it's not plumbed that way yet, Simon.
Okay.
So one of the things that we still have to do, we can do the transactions with the ledger.
Yep.
So it tracks the live cost of XRP. It eliminates any worry of custody or volatility because at the moment of the transaction, whatever it's worth is what it's worth, right? And so one of the things that we do have to plumb is like, how do we have those XRP payments come in and then get converted, say, to BuildX? Because we want him to get royalties in BuildX or FML, right?
Right.
So the rails of going from one wallet to another wallet, those are done. We can build in fees as well. You get the whole normal receipt that you would expect from anywhere that you would go and do business and everything. As far as the plumbing in the back end, there are some things that we are waiting on technology-wise. So the voting, we need escrow to do a lot of these things automatically. So there, at the moment, and we're not shy about this, there isn't a real value proposition today. And I mean, right now, Wednesday night, when I walk in and say, hey, do you guys take crypto? And they say no. And we say, well, that's our business. We're very candid. We tell them that when you buy XRP, you pay a fee because of where you come in. And when you want to get your XRP out, so it's into fiat, you also pay a fee. And if you look at those fees, there's not a whole lot of savings from what they have to pay right now in credit card fees in the store, in the normal, right? So we're very transparent about that. However, they're early. The fact that they're early means we are keeping up with the technology changes, cross-chain. Eventually we'll do Algorand, HBAR, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's already spun up in the network. So we will be cross-chain to where basically when you come in with a wallet, you will choose, do I want to pay cash? Do I want to pay credit card? Or do I want to pay crypto? As it stands right now, any token in the XRPL system, you can pay with that. So we've got XRP proper, and I could pay my lawnmower bill to Kendall, who's our first business. That's the actual transaction that I'll show you guys. I could pay him in FML, or I could pay him in XMeme, or I could pay anything that's in that particular wallet will transfer to his wallet as long as it's an XRPL wallet. So we did that intentionally because everything that we're building is going to stabilize the meme coin. So as people come on and they want to get a discount for our ERP services, but they want to have a discount with us as the service provider, meaning we're providing a competitor to Oracle or SAP. So we can provide everything that they can provide, but we're not providing everything that they provide, and we're not charging you for it, right?
Right.
So that's the value of going with us in open source, is we will tailor it to exactly what you need.
Okay.
There's a project that I would love to get them on board with us where it automates email and everything else, and we can do it where you're actually live and active and have the full power of the suite at the back end of our business. With our team as your technical support. So you can launch everything on the back end. It does all of your taxes. It does all of shipping and handling. It does automated marketing programs. I mean, it does all of your finances. It does all of the accounting. It can be, like I said, point of sale. We've got our own website builder.
Justin, I need your calendar because I'm sorry.
He's excited.
I need your calendar because everything that you're talking about here.
So incredible.
It really is.
We gotta look at the chat, or the mind's blown right now.
This
the legends
are speaking.
Deal. Yeah, it's a big deal. You're right.
It is a big deal. But I definitely. So at the end of the show, and we go dark in the back room. I definitely need that.
Yep.
I'm involved in a tokenization project, but everything that you just mentioned there for the back end is so crucial. Yep. And this is fantastic because folks, let's break this down into a different way of why a construction worker, is excited about what Justin is talking about. Part of the issue of being early means, well, the old way that we still do things, right? Yeah. How do we get this? How do we upgrade those so we can do everything on chain, on ledger? Like we are making this up as we go. What works, what doesn't work, back and forth, give and take, right? So everything that he's talking about right now, I am very quiet and attentive because, like, oh my gosh, you are at minimum cutting a rough path to get those currently used systems over to this and integrated, right? 3D to at least 4D. Yeah. To be able to do this. And this is that's why I'm like, that's why I got excited. I was like, okay, I need your calendar. I just need your calendar. Yeah. Otherwise I'm going to ask questions and it's going to be a 4-hour show.
So for anybody that's out there that wants to have a full suite back end business setup, or we help you set it up, right? We'll help you get trained so you know how to use it, right?
Good.
We can do that for any business for about $60, $65 a month.
Wow.
That's the full,
That's ridiculous. Come on now.
Nope, that's real. And that pricing will stay intact through 2025, which then leads to the next thing, right? The next pillar.
You want me to put the thing back up again here? All right,
sure. So that's the ERP. So both of those are live right now. I'll share an example. I'll show you a demo of the actual ERP transaction. But going live this month is our own cloud. So we will be FML FinTech Management Limited cloud space. So we will be offering a competitor, but no degradation to security or speed. As a matter of fact, because we're smaller and more nimble, we can provide better speed and higher security. But we're already in, as some of you know, a Department of Defense database. It's called Tampa 365. We have 8 racks. And so we will be filling those with exclusively through the end of the year, Web3, digital asset, Internet of Value projects. So whomever it may be that is paying $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 for AWS to keep the lights on, we're going to be able to give you about a 40% reduction through the end of the year. Now, again, how all of this stuff is locked in is you can lock that price in for 5 years. This is where the escrow comes in, right? So one of the advantages of being a partner with FinTech Management Limited is we don't ask your investment to be indefinite. We ask your investment to be a period of time. And so when somebody wants to unlock a discount for any of our services, whether it's the ERP or the cloud space or the other pillar, which is consulting, and then the last one is what we're actually doing all this for is the boutique. If you want to lock in a discount for all of those, then what you'll do is you'll buy in a certain amount of FML.
Dope. Sorry.
So when you buy into FML, you hold it for as long as you want that price to remain. So if you wanted to buy, say, $5,000 worth of FML and you wanted to keep your price for the ERP, the cloud space, any future maintenance and support, because that always follows, right? So all of these discounts on these critical pieces of business, you can lock that in. And at the end of those 5 years, again, we don't have escrow yet. So it's a trust basis at the moment. But at the end of those 5 years, if FML goes up, you can still lock in that pricing by making sure that you still have that 5,000 USD valuation of FML. But if FML goes up, that's all yours. You bought it, you get the gravy on top of it. Thank you for believing in us. If you decide we no longer want your services, Jay, then whatever your profitability was of your original investment, that's yours to keep. So what we're really doing is giving people the opportunity to see and believe, take to where if they want to come in at the highest tier, it's still not even a third of what it would cost to bring on an SAP. But even at the highest tier, they'll be able to lock in for 5 years, probably the most cost-effective cloud savings, back-end business solution anywhere in the United States. And that's really what we want to do is reward people, stabilize the coin. And then as you can see, as business comes on, and say it's just 1,000 USD for these businesses that actually want to take on the full suite, we've got everything, including the ERP. We've got our own cloud space, so they don't have to put their data in AWS. They can if they want. They don't have to do anything with the crypto. We could just keep it all fiat, but in one system, they have both. Then they've got the cloud space. We've got consulting. So if they want to upscale whatever they're doing digitally, we've got our team that we will send out contract by contract, case by case, and give them a very competitive advantage. If they pay in XRP, they get another discount. If they pay in FML, they get another discount. So all of this is designed so every single thing, every single dollar, every single XRP that comes into our ecosystem benefits the token. All back to that original first principle of giving the Patriot families and the people that saw us in the beginning the belief they get the payout. So ultimately, as FinTech management comes on board, I told you about the token and the ERP we're live. I'll give the demo of that in just a minute. Cloud space will go live this month. Next month, we launch our consulting. And then in late Q3 of 2026, the entire purpose of what we're doing here is to bring a boutique investment management firm to crypto. And like I said, my youngest brother was a Wells Fargo advisor, former trader and financial advisor. We're bringing this boutique online so we can do our own fiat to crypto and crypto to fiat. It's a lot of money to be able to register and work towards those licensing. Wouldn't recommend it for everybody. It's not necessary. But ultimately, what we're going to do underneath one roof, the banner of FinTech Management Limited, is to be able to offer you a place where you can custody your fiat, have your own off-ramp, have your own DEX at almost a zero fee. We will have our own wallet on chain. All of these things will be set up. So if you want to do business and you want to do it on the XRPL, we're one-stop shop. Everything that you would need to actually get up and get running, you can do it here. And through the end of the year, what we're doing is offering that advanced pricing. And we're doing it because we built this on belief. And we know that those who see it and need it will jump at it. And for everybody else, all of the businesses that are coming online from the tokenization, we will be offering the guidance on for people to stand up their own enterprise ERP. If they want to start a company that actually is a service provider where they can go sell the ERP system like we can actually set somebody up to be completely independent from us. We would just host. right? And again, all of those fees, those are all lines of revenue that will come in, and eventually we'll have 5 tiers of NFTs that are coming down the pipe. And based on what tier you buy in at and through a collection, we'll open up all kinds of rewards. So the rewards will be coming from real world business, not from future investments of, future FML holders. The rewards will come from the actual business world, from one of, if not all 5 of those lines. And most importantly, because FinTech Management Limited is a Wyoming-based internet technology company, we will have the ability for people to be able to buy in and invest in FinTech Management Limited directly. So if we go with an IPO, everybody who owns a certain set, if not all 5 of the NFTs, we will tag as a preferred investor. So they will actually get preferred investing on the first round of release of shares for FinTech Management Limited. Now, I can tell you that we've already got significant venture capitalist interests. One of the primary ones that really wants to disperse money. We haven't gone that route because you lose control.
Yeah.
But because we're growing so quickly and because that actually may help, we're moving that ball forward very quickly to the point where he has asked me to give him my word that we won't take this to a Shark Tank or anything before his firm has an opportunity to invest in us first. So
that's called fun fact for all you you people with your minds blown here. That's called first right to refusal. By the way, okay, first right to refusal. Look that up. You'll think, oh, that's a fancy term for I get first dibs.
Yep. So in a nutshell, those are the 5 different lines of revenue. The 5th one will come online as soon as we get our registration. So essentially what FinTech Management ultimately will be is our own investment boutique, where you can come and we can say to the world, we can't yet, but we will be able to say to the world, you can actually come to FinTech Management Limited and get financial advice on what to do with your crypto. Now imagine having that voice, being that trusted entity with the track record of FML. What you see is what you get. The whole thing is built on integrity. The whole thing is built with the impetus to return back to the divine for the sake of American families and families all over the world.
It's incredible. This
Love
is
it.
exciting.